We are halfway through the Golden Bachelorette, and that means a brand new extended mid-season preview to sleuth out. And this time we're getting a closer look at how this season winds down, and there might even be some updates to my Endgame picks. So let's take a look at this thing, and as per usual, please, no posting any outright spoilers in the comment section below unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the full preview is in the description.
I feel like the luckiest person in the world right now. I truly believe that my future is with one of these men.
Alright, it's 10 seconds in, and we already have a hometown confirmation. As here we get a view that hits me right in the childhood. It's the Navy Pier in Chicago, where I lived for a couple of years as a kid. This is also Jordan's hometown, and we get a clear view of them overlooking the Chicago River. We also get a look at a date in the final filming location, and one with Keith that I believe is going to be next week. But let's keep going.
I look into your eyes. I know this is just the beginning for us.
I see myself falling in love with Joan.
I really feel we could have a beautiful life.
He makes me feel like life could be exciting.
Okay, so they are really throwing us a lot of hometown footage now. There's more of Jordan in Chicago, but we also get Chalk here in a place that could definitely be Kansas. Then we have Pascal in another shot that could also be in Chicago or the Chicago area, which is where he too is from. And I think it makes a lot of sense for him to be doing this on their hometown date because he was so wanting to drive that car on his luxury one-on-one with Joan. I bet now that he's in the driver's seat, literally and figuratively, we'll want to show off the nice things he's got and also say, okay, you got to drive me around before, now this is my turn to show you. And with this bowling date shot being the only footage we get of Jonathan pretty much for the rest of this preview, and it's on a date we know is going to be the group date next week, well then it's time to make an amendment to my Final Four prediction from the Night 1 season preview. We're taking Jonathan out and putting Pascal in. And Pascal is going to shoot up the rankings even more in this preview, so let's keep moving.
When I think about a future, it looks like fun and adventurous.
Today's validation that she sees a future with me, and I'm so excited. I've fallen for you.
Okay, so a lot more dates to check out here. Another one with Pascal. We get a look at Keith's date, which I believe is going to be next week and features the famous Bachelor hot tub. Then there's a date with Guy that I think might be on Lake Tahoe. Guy is from Reno, Nevada, so this could line up to be a hometown date. Not to mention, we've already seen him in the final filming location, so he's locked into a hometown anyway. Which also means our 4 hometown spots are officially filled up. Jordan, Chalk, Pascal, and Guy. And this will be important to remember as up ahead there's a bit of a tricky fake out involving Mark. So let's take a look.
To find love and connection, there's nothing like it.
I love you, Mark. All this is getting really, really real, and I'm getting scared.
Alright, so Mark is finally getting that one-on-one time he's been hoping for all season. But I think it's too little too late, even though they try to fake us out with this boat footage. Like, oh, Mark is on this boat, and this boat is in Tahiti, so he must somehow make it to the end. Nope. First off, this cruise boat can be identified right here as the Star Breeze, which does operate in Tahiti, but this boat is very clearly much smaller when you pause the preview and to actually look at it. I mean, the captain is right there, just a few feet away from them. Also, this is the second time we've gotten a soundbite of Joan saying, "I love you, Mark," thrown over a shot of her and Mark, but yet again, we don't see her mouthing it.
Finding love is something everybody hopes for. I want that perfect feeling again.
I love you, Mark.
To find love and connection, there's nothing like it.
I love you, Mark.
So at this point, I'm pretty certain that this is Joan saying "I love you, Mark" as she eliminates him. Not a romantic "I love you," but a "you're such a good person, I love you, Mark" kinda thing. Then they throw it onto these previews to fake us out cause Mark is such a fan favorite coming off Joey's season. So if next week's episode is the week before hometowns, which it seems to be, it will also be Mark's last week. Unless they do some wild shenanigans, but the previews don't point to that, so I'm not expecting it. Moving on.
I'm kind of introspective and I think about John a lot more. I still have some guilt. My fear is that I won't be honoring John's memory. Takes a while to open up your heart. I'm not sure if mine's completely there.
So Joan continues to struggle with balancing her love for her late husband and opening up to a new love here. We've seen it already and it's going to continue, but I actually believe this only reinforces the idea that Chalk will be the final pick. He's been through the same thing and he also just lost his mother and couldn't be there when it happened, sort of like what happened with Joan and her husband. He's also stated that he doesn't want either of them to stop honoring their late spouses, and I bet that will make Joan feel comfortable and safe, something she's expressed as being extremely important to her while searching for her partner. And Chalk is the only one of the potential top 4 who's lost a spouse in the same way, which might bind the two. We'll see, but with how she was reacting to Chalk all last episode, as I look at it, he's clearly in the frontrunner spot right now. Moving on.
This is really, really hard because I miss John so much. You think as you get older, you get tougher. You don't. You get more fragile. I'm sorry.
It's not fair.
He didn't give anybody the chance to talk to her.
I'd be crushed if Joan has stronger feelings for another guy.
Ooh, is that some Golden Bachelorette drama I see? I don't know, there's a lot of fake-out potential in this moment, but this bowling date looks like it might be the date before things move into hometowns, so the pressure is on and the stakes are high. Could lead to some grumpy attitudes when it comes to alone time. But funnily enough, all 4 of the guys featured in this part of the preview on this bowling date are the ones getting hometowns. Which makes me wonder, does that mean both the guys on the one-on-ones for next week get sent home on their dates? We've got 7 men left, 5 on this group date, and Keith and Mark getting one-on-ones. But all of our potential top 4 are on the group date. Has this ever happened before? Looks like unless they change up the format or Joan says something like, "I'm not handing out the rose, I need more time to think," both Keith and Mark won't be receiving a rose at the end of their dates and will be going home. But let's continue.
Being in love is a great feeling, but is the risk worth the reward?
Get away from it. Go, 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 go. She's not okay. She's not okay right now.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
So before we get to this Pascal stuff, we see here an elimination at the Bachelor mansion. My guess is that this is Jonathan being sent home next week, though I do suppose this could also be the final 4 going to the final 3, and they return to the mansion just to do that rose ceremony. But then we have this moment, and it looks like it's on a cruise ship. I'm thinking the Star Breeze, meaning this is the final 3, and Pascal is getting a fantasy suite. Although something wrong seems to happen, and both Joan and Pascal are not okay. Is it a breakup? Is it something else? We'll have to wait and see, but with Pascal being seen here, I'm guessing Jordan is the one sent home at hometowns. But alright, let's now finish this preview off.
No, I'm not okay. I'm scared. I'm scared.
It hurts to think that I might leave with nobody.
And there the preview ends, with Joan knocking on someone's door and also stating she's scared she's going to end up alone. Could that be a reaction to whatever happens with Pascal? I mean, we're getting so little information with this, it could also be something from the final 2. Either way, we've learned quite a bit this preview. We've solidified our top 4, surprisingly shot Pascal all the way into the top 3, or at least it's a surprise for me, as I didn't think he'd have a strong enough connection with Joan to make it this far. That being said though, at least after watching the first 4 episodes, in my opinion, there is only one man who Joan has a real connection with. And that guy is Chalk. So maybe bringing along someone she just has a lot of fun with makes sense. The guy date last episode was alright, same with the Jordan one, so unless something changes dramatically, it looks like next week Keith, Mark, and Jonathan go, then Jordan, and Chalk remains the final pick. So that's it for this extended mid-season preview breakdown for the Golden Bachelorette. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts and theories down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
Go, 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 go. She's not okay. She's not okay right now.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm scared.